Welcome to Date Night. I'm Will, your friendly neighborhood game mom, a.k.a. your GM.
And I'm Amy, and I play Keira. I'm married to Will.
And I'm Will's nephew. I'm Sam, and I play the Grease Wizard.
I'm Eva. I'm married to Sam, and I play Ahrin, the half-orc barbarian.
I'm Mike. I'm the fifth wheel, and I play Durn Hammerstone.
And we play
Dungeons and Dragons.
So last time, you guys had just made it to Albagula, the giant turtle city, not the guy who makes excellent pastrami sandwiches. You went through sort of this long line where they were inspecting all of your gear to see what you had, and you snuck in the giant turtle egg under the guise of a sort of obese ovoid baby. But right as you were coming through, Sam showed them the disc that you guys found in the vault where you had encountered the bellboy. And when you showed the guards that disc, you sort of started to get the V.I.P. Peatment. Oh boy!
I didn't know Kalman
We're
was
getting the V.I.P. Peatment! My favorite!
When did Winston show up? Tree P.
So you received the VIP treatment since you showed them the little stone disc. And they sort of told you to just wait for a second, and this slimmer, turtle-born woman with an odd tentacled creature floating behind her in a globule of water about the size of a beach ball walks up to you and greets you. She's wearing a necklace with large seashells.
So she has this weird tentacle thing hanging all behind her.
She's got, it's like this tentacled creature. He looks kind of like a squid in a beach ball. That
In what
beach
ways
ball
does
size.
it not look like a squid?
It's too cutesy, I guess, to be a squid. It's got really, really big eyes that actually have like eyelids that you think you can hear the cartoon bink bink when they blink.
So it's an anime squid.
Yes,
Okay.
It's an anime squid. And it's floating behind her in a big glob of water. She's wearing a necklace with a bunch of seashells and bones, and she has intricate depictions of sea creatures carved into portions of her shell, which is sort of like a version of tattoos, but just carved in. Her mouth comes to a point like a beak when she speaks, which is even more pronounced than some of the other turtle-born that you've encountered. She says, I'm Molakono. Albagula welcomes her contenders. Did you have a long journey?
Yeah, it was pretty long. Wait,
I
am
don't
there?
know. When
Yeah.
we counted to it. Wait, I'm not doing the voice.
I forget. Isn't someone like still back? No, we left Max with the cart, but wasn't somebody else still back with him? Or are we all up now?
No, you're all here, and I'm here too.
Hi, Kalman.
Thanks for the in-character voice there.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
Don't forget me! I'm still around!
I have crippling abandonment issues.
I'm spherical shaped, so I'm always around.
Oh.
Already? So I asked a question. Did you have a long journey?
I'm sorry, I totally derailed that, didn't I?
I said it was pretty long. I said, yeah.
Yeah, like when would you have counted the journey to start? I think we've just been journeying nonstop, basically.
Life is a journey. Sorry.
I do not know that song, but I think that you will enjoy your stay here at Albagula. There are a few days before the games start. It may be a good time for you to rest and relax and get yourself physically and mentally prepared to be a competitor in these games.
What kind of games is it exactly?
You are going to be competing in Takashi's games here at Albagula. And as she's speaking to you, she's talking in common, but at the same time, you're sort of also receiving a telepathic message, which is a variation of what she's saying, but in a slightly more accurate translation in your language, that your primary language. So, like, Durn's hearing it in Dwarvish. And as you're doing this, you can sort of feel that the connection is to the squid creature that's floating around behind her. She says, since you've had such a long journey, would you like me to show you to your quarters so you could unwind a bit before a tour?
Sure. I'd like to unwind a little bit.
Why do I get nervous when you say that, lad?
Me too.
Okay, then follow me. So she leads you along what's called the Land Lovers Path, and you could sort of pass the map around if you want. It's the one I uploaded up onto Facebook that you were handed when you came into town as sort of a tour guide. So she leads you up the Land Lovers Path, which has a small rustic restaurant on your right called the Krusty Krab, and a huge, gaudy, beach-themed tavern on your left. She says, "This is where most landwalkers stay on their visit, but competitors have the finest rooms at the Carapace reserved for them." You continue along the road for a little while, walking up a fairly regular incline as you're getting higher and higher onto the back of this turtle. It's a paved path that's running smoothly through the adjacent ridged shell that's all around it. So you get the idea that this was sort of carved out because most of the other shell is much more uneven than where you're walking. On your right, there are a series of artisan workshops. It looks like many of them are crafting things out of bones. While on your left, there are a variety of row houses and small shops and vendors that are packed tightly together and actually mostly attached to each other. Those buildings vanish at the bridge of this shell piece where it attaches to the next big shell plate, where there's nothing but bare shell other than the path that you're on. It intersects another path ahead, and there are two impossibly tall tubes that stretch into the sky. It looks like they're crafted out of bone. And then there's a huge self-contained structure on the far side of the plate, which you take it by looking at your maps is the Colossus Arena. She says, "This is where you'll be competing in the Takashi games, but the arena is currently closed while they're sort of getting all of the games prepared for you." When you get to that intersection of the paths, where the Landwalker's path intersects with the God's path, there are about a dozen guards, which are all turtle-born guards, posted there, and all the others who are walking along the path stay straight. But Molokono, your guide, walks past the guards to the other path, the God's path, and motions for you to follow.
Obviously follow after her.
Okay.
All right.
She says, "Only turtle-born, dragon-born, and our most honored guests may stray from the Landwalker's path, the bazaar, and the craftsman corridor. But, of course, our competitors can go wherever they wish, aside from a few exceptions that we'll talk about later."
So, we're the honored guests who can go there?
That's right.
Well, I'm the honored guest that can go there, but I'll allow you all to come with me.
Oh, are you the team's captain, then?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Very good. There will be a number of responsibilities for you during your stay as you're preparing for
Ahrin
the
makes
games.
a fart noise.
Too late. You've already assumed captain
All
something.
right.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too smug if I were you. He's our team captain, so we have to deal with whatever he doesn't do.
All right. I'm the team captain, and I will accept any responsibility, and I will take care of it as I see fit.
All right. Very good.
He's the king
Very
of
well.
magic.
Because I am the king of magic.
I see your crown states as such. Where were you granted this title?
See, it's a long story where basically all of the schools of magic came together and they were like, this guy, he knows it all. See, I'm an inventor wizard, and I made magic. We inventor wizards. We invented magic. So you know what magic is, right?
Yes, I'm familiar with magic.
Right.
We have a few mystics who live in our city, but I'm not very adept at magic myself.
So there's only a couple of us, but, there's only a couple of us invention wizards. We're the best kind of wizards, and I'm the best inventor wizard, so that makes me the
inventorious wizard.
the
key wizard.
King of
The king of wizards.
magic.
Of magic, yes.
There we go. Good
Okay.
job.
Well, I'm sure if you are the king of magic, that the other residents of our town who live in the Mystics Row would be very pleased to meet you.
I'm sure they would. Anyone here would be pleased to meet me. Probably.
Keira is off looking towards the
We
sea.
all stare into the middle distance.
So
I mean, what an honor it is to speak with the king. I amaze
yes,
myself.
it is an
You
honor
amaze
to
us
speak
too, there,
with
lad.
the king.
Yeah, we don't care.
Oh, you meant you, the king of magic. It's been all right. And so you continue along the god's path, and you get to the next shell plate, which actually has a lot of kelp growing around it. And there's sort of these same magical bubbles that are around the squid that's floating behind Molokono, sort of around the kelp and keeping them under the water, except for these are much larger bubbles. They extend to about 5 feet beside the path on either side, so you've got sort of a half of a plate full of the bubble on the one side of the path and half of the shell plate full of the bubble on the other
Are there
side.
like squids in it, or
Yeah, there are some fish swimming around inside around the kelp that look like they sort of live in there.
Trying not to play the furball and poke it with my walking stick.
Okay.
I said
hard
trying
sticks
not
her
to.
hand in it?
Okay,
Thank
when you
you.
reach your hand, there's actually like a lot of surface tension, like a lot of pressure on the edge. But after forcing for a little bit, you can get your hand to sort of go inside, and you can feel it's sort of you're under salt water.
Can I swim in that?
But it doesn't pop or anything.
I think you had a bad experience last time you went swimming in water.
Yes, of course, it can be difficult to get back out due to the tension of the water. So you would want to perhaps be careful if you were to go inside and you were not able to breathe.
Well, is there any like pools here or anything? Can I go swimming?
Water slides.
You're welcome to go swimming here, or you are free to leave Albagula as well. We're here, right here on the beach, and many people enjoy taking a dip in the ocean.
All right.
It's
well,
maybe 15-minute walk from here.
15. All right. Thank you. Some resort this is.
Okay, so
Ahrin keeps her hand in the water, like as
Just,
we walk
like,
along.
trailing
It's
along?
Yeah.
okay. It feels kind of like when you have your arm out in a car and you're going about 70 miles an hour, and you
And
can
it
feel
does
that
the like
pressure.
wavy thing. Yeah, that's what I was imagining.
Yeah. So it feels like a little mini road trip that you're on right now.
Whee!
After you pass all of this kelp area, over on the right side of the road is still a huge turtle shell, but in comparison to the one that the city's built on, maybe not quite as huge. This is the size of maybe a hotel or something like that. She says, "This is the White Throat Casino, and if you look on your left, you will see the track where the snail races occur a few times per day. Many of our citizens enjoy betting on the snail races or gambling at the casino. That's sort of a turtle-born thing. We like that. I'm sure there will be quite a bit of wagers on the games coming up that you will be a part of as well." She takes you until you make it to a fork in the road. There stands a large structure that looks as if it's made out of giant scales, like lizard scales or fish scales, that reach up toward the sky, and it's got barnacles clinging to the roof. She leads you inside, and despite the fact that it sort of looks like a lizard or a fish on the outside, on the inside everything is very smooth and polished. It's made out of basically smooth, carved and polished stones with speckles of mother of pearl inlaid into the floors and counters. And she says, "This, of course, is the Carapace Inn. This is where you'll be staying." And as you look around, you can see that inside here, everything is really smooth and there's no plush or upholstery or anything. And you get the idea that's because this is usually under the water. But it's not currently wet, but you can still sort of have the smell of salt water kind of all around you. She says, "If you'd like to go ahead and unpack, I can wait down here in the lobby. We can have lunch, and I can discuss your itinerary, Captain. Captain Magic?
Captain King of Magic.
Captain King of...
King-
Captain King?
Captain King of Magic.
Captain King of Magic.
Yes.
Believe it or not, this is his least complicated name.
Oh, is that a gnome thing, perhaps? You have complicated names?
It's not complicated. I just go, I'm name fluid. I could be whatever I want to be.
Name fluid.
Yeah.
I believe... No, that wasn't name fluid. Never mind.
All right.
So do we just like pick a room or?
I'm confused now.
I think I get what he was going after, but
Oh yeah, some people like to change the genders. I like to change my name. Whatever. I'll say it. I'm name fluid.
So, Captain King, you could lead the rest of your party to your room. It is the penthouse here
Did you
at the
say
Carapace.
room singular?
Yes, there's competitors are
Room singular?
yes, competitors are usually to share. It's more of a suite though in the penthouse. It's a 2 bedrooms, a combined living quarters, as well as a sort of kitchenette area.
Oh, all
Sweet.
right. Now, do we get room service?
Yes, of course. There are a number of services that you will be able to avail yourself of while you are here in Albagula. When you come back down, I will issue you your cards. They contain turtle bucks that you can use during your stay here.
All right.
But
Turtle
breakfast,
bucks?
breakfast is served every morning between 7 and 9.
Turtle bucks.
It's a continental
I just want to
style.
know what that currency is backed by.
It's a fiat currency. It's backed by a mouse named Chucky. He handles much of our financial affairs.
Okie dokie.
I think I've heard tell of these mousekin at some point.
Yes? Well, he's more of a rat, I think, if we're going to be honest.
I think I can agree with that.
There are rumors throughout the land of this Chucky.
So, if you go up to the 4th floor and go to the second room on the left, that would be your room. Would you like somebody to help you with your bags or your child?
No.
We're good.
All right, then. I'll wait here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Do we have like a key or do we just pick a room or?
Yeah, so she'll hand over a little key to you. This should open your room just fine. There's 2 copies in case your party is to split up at all while you're here in town. If you
There's
do come,
4 of us.
Yes, if you do come back and you don't have a key, you can speak to someone at the front desk, and I'm sure they'll let you in.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Captain King.
We're not going to tip you.
No, of course.
All right. Well, let's go, party. Follow me.
I love how you made a point we're not going to tip you. Don't just not tip her, but tell her you're not going to.
Okay, make sure she knows.
Really, really grind it in.
And I'm halfway up the stairs at this point.
Is anyone else getting kind of like a weird vibe here? Like it's like too nice.
I love this. This is pretty nice.
I don't think that helps the weird vibe.
Yeah, but like it's nice, but isn't it like too nice?
Well,
What did we do to get invited here?
We found a
disc.
rock.
No, we found a disc
It's,
under.
it's like a big rock.
Yeah, big flat rock.
Doesn't
Aye,
matter.
some rocks are flat. Last you ever
This
skip
is the
stones?
nicest place we've ever stayed at. It doesn't look like they have a tax office here. I'm thrilled. We're going to stay here, and it's going to be wonderful. It's like a little vacation. We can't just go adventuring all the time. You got to chill sometimes.
Anybody else weirded out by the little squid things that talk with their minds?
A little bit.
I think they're adorable.
Little too close to beholders, if you ask me.
So can I leave the dragon egg in our room or
Yeah,
like?
I'm worried about that.
I don't feel like.
I'm assuming there's
carrying
nobody
it.
around us.
I don't
You never know,
We're
lass.
in the room now.
Yeah, so
I rolled a 15 plus
you
stuff.
go up the stairs, and they're all just, again, carved stone stairs and sort of this spiraling staircase that gets you up to You pass a few hallways until
Ooh,
you
that's
make it to the
fancy.
4th floor. You see there's only 4 rooms on the top level of this inn. The second room on the left, which is where you're staying, the door is closed. You put in the key, you go inside, and it's sort of like was described, except maybe in your mind, having stayed in a number of inns or, taverns or wherever you've managed to stay throughout the years.
I used to stay in a hole in the ground.
This is maybe where you would be a little bit more at home than some of the other people then, because this, although nice and well kept, is absolutely unfurnished in terms of, again, anything that's upholstered. There are a couple of bedrolls that are put out onto like slabs that stick out of the wall, which are basically stone beds. But everything is obviously meant for a sort of different environment.
Like, who
It's not
normally
cozy.
stays in this hotel?
I don't know what you're talking about. Looks perfectly wonderful to me.
I'm assuming fish people.
And fish people don't need beds?
Not underwater because they
I'm
just kind
pretty
of
sure
float
they
around.
float.
Do fish sleep?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Have you ever seen them sleep?
Exactly.
I rolled a 13. Do fish sleep?
What's your nature modifier?
Oh no. 17.
Yeah, fish sleep.
Hey, fish do sleep. Actually.
I don't have any dice.
All right. Here you go. There's a couple of dice in there.
That looks like it's a couple dice sets.
Yeah.
Ooh. They're clear.
Ooh, you found Isaiah's dice.
Oh, wait, some of them are clear. There's a lot of dice in here.
Yeah, that's his bag.
All right. Well, I've got a couple things that I'd like to do. So,
Like what?
well, just walking here, I've got a couple things written down that I'd like to go. So, who wants to go exploring the town with me?
Weren't we supposed to go back and see that turtle woman?
Should we leave the egg here by itself?
Obviously not. What if the egg blows up and comes a real dragon, whatever?
What
We'll
if
leave a
someone
do not-
realizes that my baby never wakes up?
What if housekeeping comes through?
That's what I'm worried about.
We're not going to leave the dragon egg here.
Is there a
That's
do not
ridiculous.
disturb tag somewhere I can
As
hang
your
on?
captain, we're not going to leave the egg
You're not
here.
our captain.
Well, I'm not.
No, you're not.
You guys wouldn't have even been here if it wasn't for me finding the discs.
Okay,
I think
everyone, let's take a
let's
vote.
take a vote.
Lad, it'll be a cold day in Helheim before I consider you my captain.
If you think that Tim's the captain, raise your hand. Tim raises his hand.
Nobody else does.
Or Grease Wizard, or whatever you feel like calling him
Penelope,
today.
Omega 12, Dolan.
Can I roll to be the captain?
No, we will
You
not
declare
acknowledge
Declare
it.
Roll
yourself
an
the captain
intimidation
for the
check on
purposes
my-
of the game,
You'd have to
but you're
roll-
not our captain.
You'd have to roll 3 successive 20s on deception checks.
That is cheating.
That's
You
not
cannot
rolling if you
place-
gently set down the dice.
So if you're talking with another party member and their will, I guess you could maybe roll to intimidate them, and I could give them an effect. But
I
it's
got a
still
crit
up to them.
one.
You are not our captain.
You no longer believe you're the captain.
You feel a little insecure about your position as captain.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Well, I'm just trying to help. I guess. Whatever.
I just discovered something I forgot I had in my inventory.
What is it?
It could serve
Is it
as well-
furniture?
No, it could serve as well in our games that we're doing. Hallucinatory terrain. I can make Dougleytown.
The look on Will's face.
He is now worried.
All right. Well, let's take whatever. Let's just. Can we take the dragon egg?
I think we should, yes.
Yeah,
If
I
Ahrin comes
guess.
with me, we can. I think I have a spell that makes sound.
I'm going to look to see if I see any like cabinets or anything like since you're describing this and it's making me think of like Japanese rooms.
No, you're right. What if it like accidental? What if the thing goes underwater or something? Like, we should just take it with us.
I agree. I'm just thinking ahead of if we need to hide it away while we're in
I
here
just
sleeping.
checked my spell book. I'll look through it real
We
quick.
do not need to do the accent for this part.
No, I did. I was looking through my actual spell book. And I'll look through and I'll see that my minor illusion spell, I can also create a sound. So we're walking past and someone says, hey, what isn't that baby waking up? I can make it go, oh, wow, or something like that.
I think Sam's trapped. I think he's stuck.
No, I'm not Sam. I'm a grease wizard right now, and I'm telling my
For
party about my
example,
spell.
I think Sam blink twice if you need help. He's blinking a lot.
What does 8 times mean?
It's panics. Ah, save me!
I can't stop.
I'm pretty sure 8 times means I have something in my eye.
His ego?
Okay, let's go back, I guess, to the turtle woman.
Roll burn damage.
7. What am I adding to that?
Sam's AC is like 2, so... Alright.
This room's really nice.
Oh,
I
you're
agree.
still
Oh,
here.
yes, Kalman.
I agree, lad.
Calvin didn't vote when we said is
Yeah,
he the
Calvin.
captain?
Well, I just didn't raise my hand.
But do you think I should be the captain, right?
I don't really want to get involved in politics.
Okay, so that's a no.
Kalman.
Kalman does not follow you.
Kalman.
He does not follow you.
So, where are we going to leave the egg?
We're bringing it with us.
Taking it with us.
You could put it inside my dome.
Wait, what?
My dome.
He does have a good sneak factor.
All this time we were baby Bjorning this thing around, and you could have put it in your dome.
I can put things in there.
You're kind of unreliable, Kalman.
We had to make so many deception
would-
rolls.
That would
Yeah,
be
like,
Pip.
No, Kalman, he comes and goes as he
but,
pleases.
yeah. What if he just vanishes?
Yeah.
How big is this egg and how big is Kalman?
I'd be a little full.
Out of curiosity,
you
what
be-
do you have in there right now?
My things.
He's got a pocket dimension inside his head.
Okay. Like what?
My character sheet's not here. I have some rope and some climbing pitons. That's how you say it, right? Pitons? They're kind of like croutons, but crunchier. And I've got some rocks. I've got a blanket and 38 torches. What do you have inside your dome?
A brain?
Lots of silence.
I think that's debatable, lad.
Okay.
I think it might be slightly
Everybody's
damaged.
being
Wait.
kind of mean.
Calvin, if we
He
put
is our.
No, I
oh,
think-
is he?
I'm your
Did
captain.
we remember?
No, he's not the captain,
Not
Calvin.
who is our captain?
We don't have a captain.
We work together as a team.
This
Oh,
is a
boy,
democracy.
A committee.
Calvin, if we put the egg inside your dome,
I'd have to take the torches out.
is it
We can do that.
will it break? Like, is it protected?
I mean, if I get hurt, it might break.
And how good are you at sneaking and stealthing and stuff
I've
like
got
that?
so many physics questions right now.
I'm pretty sneaky. People tend to forget I'm around.
Aww.
Yes, we do. No offense, dear.
Alright, Kalman, listen. Are you going to go off? Are you going to leave us again? Are you going to leave the party and go off and do something?
Will you stick around?
I don't know. Sometimes I'm here, and then I feel a pull, and I'm gone.
Where'd you go?
Okay, let's just put it in this dome.
Where do I go?
Where do you go for
I
that
go to
matter?
Mechanus.
Well, are you sure? Because if people
Hey,
have
do you
seen
know
him
where
with
we
me-
go?
Wait, hold
No.
on. Mechanus. What's Mechanus?
Oh, it's another plane.
Plane of existence.
How do you get there?
I just poof. And then I'm there.
What you do over there?
It's kind of boring. There's a lot of other Modrons and a lot of rules, and we build other constructs.
Alright. Now, sometimes here, listen, since we're down here, Ahrin and I, sometimes we go poof too. I think you know that.
Yeah, where do you go?
I don't know.
No
That's
clue.
weird.
You've never seen us over there, have you?
No, there's mostly Modrons there.
Alright.
Okay, let's just put the egg in the dome.
Right.
Okay, can you turn around?
No.
Roll a...
Sorry, we're kind of a little
check.
fascinated by this.
He's like a robot. Does he really have modesty?
I rolled a
4.
19.
Wait, do I have to roll a check? What are we rolling for?
To see if he's going to let you
to see
look.
Kalman's
I rolled a
dome.
2.
14.
Rolled a 4.
Okay. That my 16 beats everybody except Keira. Keira, can you put it in, and the rest of you, please turn around. Why is everybody giggling?
This now feels a little strange.
Come on, just put the egg in my dome.
Kira's now awkwardly singing a lullaby.
If it had been all of us, it would have been less weird.
So you guys turn around?
I guess.
Okay.
Roll the
Ahrin
4.
keeps trying to sneak
You
glances
hear-
over her shoulder.
You hear this kind of...
Whoa, that's really weird looking. I mean,
Sound.
oh, cool.
And there's when the dome opens,
Uh-huh.
Keira, you see there are a lot of torches that you're going to have to move them out of the way before you can put anything inside.
Okay, Ahrin, here, take the egg back for a little bit.
Got it.
There are a few deers whirring around on the inside, but it looks like they're kind of more isolated to around the edges of this dome. And in the middle, there's a pretty good-sized empty area. He opens up kind of like one of those little eggs that you can put like a ring inside, like those little boxes. And he's got an area a little bit bigger than the dragon egg, but not by much inside the middle of him.
So it's perfect egg size.
And it's nice and cushioned.
No, it's just metal.
He's got a blanket
We
in
can
there.
put it in,
Yeah.
wrapped in the blanket.
Okay, so I'm taking all the torches out.
I'm picking all of the torches up.
Your pack is
You
pretty
can
full at
only
this
carry
point.
so much.
I was
So-
really hoping he had a pocket dimension in there. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, he's like Mary Poppins' bag.
You don't
Okay,
know.
so then I take the bag, wrap it around the egg
closes
again
it
from
up.
Ahrin, and la 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 la. This is really weird. Da 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 da.
Okay, so you put the egg in, and he just... You hear it kind of slam back shut, and he
Please
goes,
let us know if
Keira
anything
loses a
happens.
finger.
I'm full.
If it
Okay.
cracks or anything, please let us know. Are you able to tell that?
Can you feel inside your head?
Not really.
If things
We'll
start feeling
just
weird,
check on it regularly. It'll be fine. Let's go get lunch. Is anyone else like starving?
yes.
Nope. I'm
I
good.
literally do not remember the last time I ate.
I love how that thing that she was just recently carrying as her baby is now less important than lunch.
I could go
How's
for
that
some
necessity?
lunch.
All right, let's go get lunch.
I could
Let's
eat.
all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
No, the full song, please.
I don't remember it past that.
Hashtag not sponsored by Lobby Songs.
All right, so you go back down all the stairs, and Molakuno is sitting at one of the tables down there, digging into a plate of clams. So she invites you to sit down around the table with her. She says, "You will have a few days before the games begin. We are still waiting on our last team of competitors to arrive. There is plenty to do here in Albagula while you wait, and when we're done talking, I can give you a tour, or you can take the self-guided option." And she motions at the squid in the bubble back there and say, "Squiddles knows pretty much everything about this city and can tell you what you need to know when you need to know it."
That is really cool and really strange all at once. I'm not very familiar with mentally talking squids.
Well, they're pretty common around here.
Okay. Is there any weird side effects that might happen as a result of talking with this thing?
Hold
Side
on a
effects of-
second.
Side effects
She
of
reaches-
squiddles may include.
She reaches into her pack and she hands you a little pamphlet that says, "Getting to know Squiddles, your psychic interpreter."
Your
to know
psycho interpreter
you.
squid buddy.
It says,
Getting to know all
"You can
about-
close your mind to Squiddles at any time. Squiddles can only listen when your mind is open. Squiddles
Durn
enjoys
closes his mind.
telling you information about Albagula. Squiddle's knowledge is vast, but his dialogue is limited to whatever script has been recorded into this particular, or your particular, Squiddles."
Does Squiddles have a favorite snack?
Skittles. If Squiddles is hungry, please feed him. Skittles.
I wonder how much you would
Cool.
know about like the egg and questions we can ask Albagula.
Like, really subtly.
Yeah.
Hypothetically,
I
if
would-
you had a dragon egg, how would you take care of it?
I
That was a
walk
joke.
it and
That
feed
wasn't.
it every
That wasn't
day.
a serious. That was a.
Although I think we actually have to beat the games and stuff to talk to Albagula.
Can you
Takashi person.
tell us about the games? Like, what kind of games? Is cornhole? Is there going to be a cornhole element by chance?
Only one of the games is static and occurs every year. That is where the two winning teams square off in what's called the Arcanagon. It is one of our favorite events. The other events vary from year to year depending on who the teams are. You see, we only have one static team. The team from Slaver's Bay competes every time we have an event, and the Arcanagon represents the pit fights that occur in Slaver's Bay. Our other three events are representative of something that each team has been through during their
Whack-a-gnome.
past.
Are these games like
We haven't had Whack-a-Gnome in a few cycles.
I'd like to sign up for that one if it is a thing.
How about Kill a Dwarf? Is that a game? Is that
Hey,
a fun
hey,
little
hey,
game?
we
You
already
didn't do it very well last time, did you, lad?
Boys, we're not doing this again.
Nope. Behave.
Kind of got the
Do you
wrong
behave?
didn't you?
Do you have Parcheesi? No.
Are these games like to the death, or is it like a fun fake pit fight?
Everyone is kept safe during the games. It's not necessarily true that you won't be injured, but no one will die. When you are incapacitated...
Is this like a Disney World thing where if you're like injured to the point of death, they'll remove you from the game so you don't technically die in the games? Or is it
That's
like
actually, yes.
oh
Who's Disney?
okay?
It's the
That
most
is
magical
sort of how it
place
works.
on earth.
Oh, he would know, wouldn't he?
Huh?
Because he's the
I'm the
Captain King.
I'm the Captain King of Magic.
Okay, great.
These names are getting out
I'm
of hand.
comfortable with that.
Just now? They've been
No.
out of hand since he first opened his mouth.
Yes.
I know I didn't pronounce it right. Don't correct me.
All right. Well, I'm going to call you Dawn. All right, Dawn. Let's get going.
By the way, everybody in Albagula has, like, sinus problems or a cold.
It's because they were underwater so long, and then
Yeah, and now they're out.
Yeah.
But
They're
you'd think the
they
salt
got
water
dry
would help.
nasal passages and stuff. It's bad. Yep, they're out of it, though. That's the problem.
Those poor things.
They're not used to all of this air. Which one of the tours would you prefer, I suppose? And do you have any other questions?
Some more background on the games would be
Can you?
nice.
Yeah, can you tell us what the events are this year?
come on, I want to go.
No, I
You
have
can
not,
go.
I'm not sure if the events of this year have even been announced. Sometimes they tend to keep the new events secret. I'm sure the people setting up the Colossus Arena have some idea what the games would be, but I do not.
How close are we to that?
You passed it on your way up. It's 2 shell plates away.
Did we get our turtle bucks?
No, I have not given you your turtle bucks.
Are we
yet.
eating lunch already at this point?
You can have. You can order some lunch here if you'd like.
Can we get appetizers?
Yes, of course.
How about desserts?
Main courses, entrees,
Let's see.
Soup?
salad.
How's how? Oh,
Bread.
let me go ahead and give you your turtle bucks.
Please
and she
do.
hands you a huge rectangular hard bone card about the size of like a legal pad.
Oh dear.
Turtle bucks can be redeemed like real money nearly anywhere here on the shell. You just present this card and vendors punch out and keep the appropriate amount. We sell these to landwalkers, often as part of their packages when they stay at an inn or visit the bazaar. Each of you will receive 5,000 turtle bucks to spend as you please over the next few days to cover your food and entertainment while you're here.
What's the conversion rate
We're
between a
still
turtle
paying
buck
for
and
the
a gold piece?
appetizers, right?
Ahrin says with her mouth
That's
full.
good audio, either.
What's that?
What's the conversion rate between a turtle buck and a gold piece?
You can usually purchase about 10 turtle bucks for a gold piece.
Hey, that's fair.
All right.
If you buy them
So-
in bulk, sometimes you can get deals. We have different levels of deals should you need to recharge your turtle bucks.
At the end of the games, if we have turtle bucks left, do we get some gold back?
No, turtle bucks are non-refundable.
Blast.
So I guess write down 5,000 turtle bucks.
Yeah, you start with 5,000 turtle bucks.
Each or collectively?
Each.
Oh.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Does Kalman get 5,000 as well?
Yes, he does.
Kalman, give me your money.
Hey,
No,
Okay.
I like turtle bucks. This sounds fun.
You don't need to buy food. What are you even going to spend your turtle bucks on?
no, he can still eat. He just doesn't need to.
Bacon.
More torches.
That was a little joke. Wink.
Did you just blink?
No, I said wink
Oh,
because no one really can tell when I'm winking or blinking. So now I just say wink.
That's probably a good call, Kalman.
Eva is dying.
Eva's just dead over here.
I should mention there are only a few places off limits to competitors.
Yes.
Those places are the Shell King's
Let me write
quarters,
this down very carefully.
Shell King's quarters go there. I mean, don't go there.
the General's office, the Coliseum until the games begin, and the Courtyard of Elysium.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Why can't we
It
go
is.
to there?
Shell
Only
King's
the
what?
winners of Takashi's games may visit Takashi in the Courtyard of Elysium.
Is he there now?
Yes, he would be in his tower.
Huh.
It's up near the head of the turtle, past the Coral Gate. You should not enter inside the Coral Gate into the courtyard.
So what is it? The Shell King's what?
The Shell
Quarters.
King's quarters.
Okay, and then General's quarters, the Coliseum thingy, and the Courtyard of Elysium.
Right. I should also mention you'll have plenty of downtime while you're here to see the sights, but there are a few things, particularly your captain, will need to do to prepare for the games. Most teams look for a sponsor. Almost any of our artisans would jump at the chance to sponsor competitors at
Not
Takashi's
sponsored.
games. You will need to file the name of your team at the Coral Gate, of course, and you'll need some sort of uniforms to match your team name. A sponsor should be able to help you find such equipment if you require such help.
Should I be writing this down?
Yes, you are the captain, right?
Is anyone really the captain of anything anymore? I mean, yes, I suppose.
You're the captain. You assumed all responsibilities.
But then, all right.
But
So
none of the power.
get outfits.
Right.
Well, we have to pick a team name.
You a team name, and you may want to find a sponsor to help you pay for your equipment.
Equipment.
Well, your uniforms.
Okay.
And anything else you would like to have at your disposal during the games. You're allowed to bring your own weapons and equipment.
All right. So get outfits, get a team name, sponsorship.
I think you have
We
those in
good?
the wrong order. I think it should probably be team name, sponsor, then outfits.
All right.
I should mention as well that the rules here at Albagula are fairly strict by order of the Shell King, but they're easy enough to follow. Yes, Durn's very happy.
I like rules.
First, no theft. Second, no killing. Third, no harmful magic. Fourth, no deceptive magic. Fifth, under no circumstances will there be any teleportation of any kind. This helps us keep landwalkers in the section of the shell where they belong. And don't disrupt the craftsmen at the boneyard. Finally, just more of a courtesy, always be silent if you deign to visit the Temple of the Tail. Finally, these are more suggestions rather than rules, but I would suggest you avoid the Shell King if you see him about. he's one of the rare few in this city who thinks little of contenders or of Takashi's games. I would perhaps also steer clear of Seafarers' Row. The sailors are a rough bunch to begin with, but during their time on land, if they're the type that stay home, let's just say the friendly ones aren't at home. Finally, be mindful of pranks. Takashi's confidants encourage teams of competitors to prank each other a night or two before the games, but the Shell King has been known to prosecute such pranks as harshly as the law allows.
I only
So
heard
start
pranks.
planning our prank
You want
now.
us to do pranks?
So start planning it now.
I cannot
So-
tell you that you should do any pranks. You should not do any wink pranks.
So you want
against
us...
the other
Is she
team.
So
is she
listen.
also saying wink or is she winking?
No, she's winking.
So what you're telling me is pranks plus anything goes plus pranks.
No, were you
No,
listening?
I heard you. I heard you, right? Pranks, anything goes. All right, let's do it. I love this place.
Hi, thanks for listening to Date Night. I'm Amy, and I play Keira.
And I'm Will, your friendly neighborhood game mom, welcoming you to Season 2.
We've got all new audio equipment, longer episodes, and new quests that take our characters to new levels of adventure spanning the globe of Volyanaya.
Join us every other Friday as we release new episodes, meet additional player characters, and explore a whole new world together.
Thanks for traveling with our party. Now, back to the action.
Which tour would you prefer?
Self-guided, please.
Oh yes, self-guided. I can't listen to another rule from your mouth.
Hey,
All right, then.
But no, it's
I'll
not
just
you. It's
take my clams.
no.
then.
Hold on, honey. It's not you. It's not.
he's just rude.
No, I'm not rude.
Yes, you are.
I'll
Idiot.
just take my clams and
No,
go.
it's not you. It's just your stupid rules that you're telling me.
See, he's rude.
No, the rules are for everyone's enjoyment.
The rules are very important.
So tell me more about this Shell King.
Oh, great King Leo is a good king to us Turtleborn.
Leo?
Yes, Leo leads.
Why is that funny?
He rules over the city of Albagula, and this has sort of a strained relationship with Emperor Takashi. You see, Takashi is not ruler of the Turtleborn, but he is sort of in control of the creature Albagula itself, and he has a few of his own retainers that he is in charge of. But King Leo runs the day-to-day of Albagula.
So Albagula is the giant turtle that we're standing on?
Yes, it is both the name of the creature and the city.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
All
Dun,
right.
dun, 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 dun.
So she looks over at Squiddles and takes the big water globule and places it in the middle of the table. And she picks up all of her clams.
Thank you for all of your help.
Clams and go.
You're welcome.
Please forgive his rudeness.
Good luck in the games. I'll maybe place some money down on you. Don't disappoint me.
Any tips that you can offer us would be very much appreciated.
No tips, she says, and she looks at the gnome.
And I wink at her.
I mean, like, ideas and...
No tips. And she scoops her clams up and off she goes.
Thanks.
This is why we
You're
can't.
welcome.
This is why we never make any friends.
Thanks to you, you alienate everyone. So kind of you.
Okay,
You're
so-
not my real mom, and I run off.
Yay! I mean,
Squiddles doesn't know where to go.
Like, is someone gonna
Please
go
stay with
after
us,
him,
dear.
Starts to follow the gnome and then kind of feels the weight of the whole party and sticks with the party.
thank you, Squiddles.
Okay, I guess we're gonna have to choose a team name without him.
Yay.
Ooh.
I stop. Slowly walk back. But I'm crying.
Aw. Squiddles.
I propose the crocodile
Squiddles
tears.
can feel your pain. And you can feel a connection with Squiddles that says, I understand it hurts.
Thank you, Squiddles.
Stop being a baby.
All right, so this is how...
Now you know how Kip felt.
This is how this is going to work. So we had a chance for downtime or free time or kind of sandbox play when we were in Brazelwood, but Sam and Eva missed that. I think that was for exams or something. So like we did the costume shopping and all that, and we sort of missed out. So this is going to be an opportunity for our players to just kind of do what they would do on a weekend, like when they have no pressing matter to attend to because they're sort of stuck waiting for the games to start. So this is a huge city, and it's got a lot of disparate districts, but each one of these should be thought of as the size of a usual village that you attend. So this is a big place. So I only have a general framework of what can be done in each one of these districts. So it's really a good time to think about like what your character would do with this sort of forced downtime. And if you want to sort of travel around the city, or we could just talk about each one of the districts as sort of your an approximation of the tour, you can tell me what you might want to find or do in that district if it's one you think is interesting, and we'll just kind of roll or decide if it's possible and figure out what that would look like as we go along.
Beer.
Beer, okay.
Food.
But
Bar
also
crawl.
beer.
Yeah, pub
Gonna
crawl.
do a pub crawl.
All right.
Yes, okay, that sounds good.
So, for example, we talked about that there's a casino, the White Throat, but I don't sort of have in mind what sort of games or anything would be at the casino. So you could kind of say what sort of game your character would be looking for, what's their favorite sort of way to gamble, and we
Beer.
could see if there's an approximation of that here or not. Yep. Beer pong? Is that a...
Okay, that sounds fun.
So I could pass the map around, or I could just you could just start wandering around the city, and Squiddles can kind of tell you a little bit about the different districts that you go to, and you can see together. You can hang out together, or we could sort of split up and see what it is you'd want to do with your time. You've got a couple of days, I think. You've got the rest of this day, which is about halfway done, and then you've got maybe 2 full days where you could sort of look around town, find supplies you need if you, like Sam has a tinker's kit, Durn has a smith's kit if there's anything you've been wanting to build or fix or anything like that, you could do that too.
I would like to go... I have written down 3 things that I'd like to do.
Okay.
I would like to go to the Mystics Row.
Okay.
So should I tell you everything I want to do now, like in a list, and then we can figure out if anyone wants to come with me, or...
Sure, that's fine.
All right. I would like to go to the Mystics Row. I would like to go to the Krusty Krab, and I would definitely like to go to the Snail Race.
Okay. All right. What are some other things you guys would like to do in your couple of days here?
I'm waiting to see the map again.
Or we could just sort of go quick. We could do like the tour before we get into what any of those things look like.
Yeah,
So we could just kind of
maybe
say
we
that
should
you
do
just
that.
walk around the city in each one of these places.
It might narratively make more sense to do
Yeah,
a quick...
to get an idea of what there is. Because the map just sort of tells you what the places are. The things that where you've already walked as you entered into the city, there was kind of the artisans area where they built crafts mostly out of bones in that particular area, and there were a lot of like tchotchke kind of shops. Like this looked like the place where most people who come from land go to kind of make purchases. On the other side, there was the Landwalkers Bazaar, which is sort of this... do I have anything for that? Yeah, it's an area that's got these huge pavilions and tents set up, and that's one of the first place Squiddles takes you, and you hear Squiddles kind of say in your mind, this area is usually a field of seagrass, but we harvest it when Albagula begins her trip to land. Now, as you see, it is a thriving marketplace where landwalkers can buy our unique and fine goods at very reasonable prices. Okay.
Like what kind of goods?
I mean, this is the kind of thing that we can play around with and see like what it is that you're looking for, you could probably get it. So it's got people come from all over the island of Lamoche to visit the craftsmen here. So what they specialize in, there's a shell crafting area and there's an area where they craft with bones. And that's what they're known most for. But because they do so much trade with other places on Lamoche when they come to land, they have a number of other items that different people have traded them for their things. So it's a pretty good melting pot in terms of that. In fact, in the actual Landwalkers Bazaar, which is not the permanent buildings, you can actually see that there are a lot of other races of vendors who come here to set up because they know that this is a really big event. So pretty much everywhere else on this shell, you're going to see shops are run by the Turtleborn who live here, but in the Landwalkers Bazaar, it looks like you could find just about anything that would be available in on the island of Lamoche.
Okie dokie. Next.
Right? Just walk around a little bit. Right near the Landwalkers Bazaar is a big section of seagrass fields, which is what Squiddles just told you is usually also here where the bazaar is. But they have a few shell plates of them unharvested. He says the shell usually nests near a hydrothermal vent and a strong current, not far from Posidinia's rich supply of kelp and seagrass, and even mangroves along its border. What we grow here is largely for convenience, or for the rare times, like now, Albagula leaves its nest to hunt or to lay its infertile eggs.
Infertile eggs?
Yes, Albagula has not laid a fertile egg in quite some time.
Maybe she's lonely.
We have not seen any dragon turtles approximating Albagula's size in many centuries.
Durn's so confused because he's got his mind shut off to the squids. All he hears is infertile eggs. Maybe she's lonely.
Lonely.
Oh, I thought we were going to have to
She
explain
is
to
so
Durn how the
lonely.
birds and the bees worked.
How the turtles
turtles
and the turtles.
Turtles and the turtles.
Turtles and the dragons.
Near the seagrass field is the boneyard, where which is sort of outside of the courtyard of Elysium. It's a huge open area that's covered in a variety of skeletons, from fish and smaller creatures up to humanoids, and then even really large sea creatures. And Squiddle says, "This is where the Turtleborn are laid to rest, nearest to the courtyard of Elysium. Other creatures lay closer to the seagrass fields. Those loyal to the Shell King sometimes are laid to the west, furthest from the courtyard of the bare shell near the arena. The bones are picked clean by fish and other creatures, and our artisans use them to craft fine items, many available for sale in the Landwalkers Bazaar or in the Craftsman's Corridor."
So are they...
like a little
Wait,
gift shop.
no wait.
That's a
So is it
little
just like
morbid.
loose bones?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of skeletons that are like bleached from
But
being in the
they're
water
not,
and
like-
picked clean.
They're not like arranged in any way. They're just loose bones.
It's just piles of them.
Yikes.
So you're
I
in
want to
the
fight something.
you're in the
Ahrin just
boneyard.
starts punching people.
From there, you can
Punching
see
bones.
these huge pipes that you passed on the way in that sort of extend way up into the sky. And Squiddle says, "Those huge pipes are bone towers, hollow but imbued with a ceiling of arcane energy. We use them as snorkels when we are below. Most Turtleborn can breathe just fine, colloquially.
Boy, what do you think these pipes are for?
I don't know.
Where on the map is this? Because I don't see it.
See those two circles in the bear area? Those are the big snorkels.
Okay, those are big snorkels.
Oh, that makes sense.
Maybe if you'd listen, then you wouldn't have to ask all
I'm not
these
opening
questions.
up my brain to some tentacle freak monster.
Well, maybe you can just open your listening brain instead of your talking brain.
I'm unfamiliar with half-elven anatomy. Do you have two?
I have two halves of a brain, yes. Maybe you should just listen and not talk to it.
But that would still be opening up my brain to some tentacle freak monster.
Not completely.
Enough.
You're difficult.
So, kind of describes a few of the other places. This is the Commoners District. The Commoners District is where most of the Turtleborn live. They often visit the Dragon's Den. It's a good place for locals, but nothing fancy.
Is it just like an inn or something? Like a tavern or whatever?
What? Tavern? What?
We're talking about the Dragon's Den.
What? Oh, that sounds like a good place.
Any place in Albagula with the name Den tends to accommodate the same sorts of clients.
It's a brothel.
Correct.
Wait. Are we still talking about the place with the beer?
They said it's a brothel.
But they have beer?
They do.
But they have beer?
But it's a brothel.
He said they do have beer.
Although
they do
he is
have
immune to disease.
You there, weird freak thing. Use a tentacle. Which way is this beer? All right, then. Have fun.
All right. Durn's off to the Dragon's
Durn's
Den.
off to
Or
drink.
maybe
Durn-
you should have fun
Durn is off to a brothel.
To drink.
in a brothel.
First.
I was joking.
Drinking.
All right. So he takes you around the outside of the shell. It says, first, these are the hovels where the jelly herders live. And you look around and there's these...
Is Durn still with us, or did he leave?
He's gone.
Durn's drinking.
He's gone. He's
Oh, okay.
drinking. He's nearby because the Dragon's Den fronts the area where the jelly herders usually live. So he's not far. You might be able to hear him drinking.
Does he drink that loud?
Oh, I-dee-die-dee-die-dee-die-dee-die-dee-die.
Dwarves are loud drinkers.
I don't have any water left, or I do a sound effect.
She's not a dwarf, though.
So there's a bunch of like dead barnacles and coral houses that are grafted onto the side of the shell. Squiddle says, "These homes are not permanently abandoned. When we go back to the sea, the jelly herders will return with their schools.
Are the jelly herders jellyfish herders, or people who herd jellyfish?
They are turtleborn who keep our flocks of jellyfish safe and thriving.
What do you do with the flocks of jellyfish?
The turtleborn enjoy eating jellyfish. It is one of our staple foods here in Albagula."
They spread it on their toast with peanut butter on it. And then you put another piece of toast, or uncooked toast, really, on top
Did
of that.
you just call bread?
Underwater toast. Uncooked underwater toast
call
is
bread?
just mush.
Did you just call bread uncooked toast?
Uncooked toast. That's the only potential for bread, is to become toast. It's like the caterpillar of food products. And toast is the butterfly.
There's a butter toast
No, I can
joke
just
in
see
there
it.
somewhere.
Now I
but
can just see butterflies with toast wings.
Yeah, toast wings.
That's in Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, that's where my brain got that from.
Yes.
do you feel more sane now that you know that?
I mean, I don't think sanity is into this conversation.
Sanity is not related to Alice in Wonderland at all.
He says, "Sometimes, if the inns get too full, like they do during the games, we rent out these buildings to accommodate our guests.
Like Airbnb.
More like CB&B, but yes."
Did you have CB&B written down?
No, but I had in my original notes, when I just like sketched out things for the city and what it was going to be, I was thinking, I wrote Jelly Herders Hovels, basically Airbnb. So,
Nice.
No, that would be CB&B.
Right.
Yeah. Because, yeah.
He says, "The largest barnacles we call Medusa, and the oldest herders live there. Herders' only way of moving up is to serve for decades. They begin living in planula, little more than tents. But after 10 years of service, they can live in a polyp, 10 more years, in Ephra, and after 40, the Medusa. It is their largest goal, to herd for 40 years, and live in one of these larger barnacles.
Is this relevant to the games or my life in any way, or
No, this is just local history.
He has a lot of notes, and he wants to share these lots of notes.
well, that's why I waited till after he was
That's all
done.
the ones I have.
What
for
is this barnacle
different
thing?
districts. Oh, okay.
This
That's
really large-
kind of where you'd be heading along the
Yes.
side. So
That large thing, what is that?
we just call that the barnacle. It's the largest known barnacle in existence and still living.
Ah, what's living? What is a barnacle? I don't remember. I'm having a total brain fart. What's a barnacle?
I got a nat 20. What's a barnacle?
You tell me.
All right.
I'm a
Yeah.
land
See, here's the
creature.
thing. This is what a barnacle is. It's like it's a room that's filled with infinite gold that only the grease wizard can get.
I don't think that's right.
I've been telepathically speaking with Squiddles, and Squiddles told me that it is a type of arthropod constituting the infraclass something in the something something, and is related to crabs and lobsters.
Was your connection
With my nat
fuzzy
20,
there with
does
the
all-
Yes.
somethings?
He projects this vague image into your head of a clam-like creature that latches on to the sides of things.
No, I can visualize a barnacle, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, does this one like do anything?
Yeah, is this one special?
Does it do anything?
I mean, it's
No,
living.
it's just the barnacle. It's been there for quite some time. Whenever it dies, it will make the most grand Medusa for any jelly herder to want to live in.
Cool.
Nice.
One now, just a
This
barnacle.
has been Jelly
One
House
day,
Hunters.
a mansion.
Can we go to the Mystics Row now?
Sure.
Soon there'll be a new television
Oh.
series, Pimp My Barnacle.
I'm a jellyfish herder, and my husband polishes turtle shells for a living. Our budget for our house is $1 million.
Turtle bucks.
Turtle
1
bucks.
million turtle
We
bucks.
need it to be inland, but right on the beach. I also want an old style house with a modern exterior.
If
Even
I,
Must
have,
be able to withstand 50 years of salt water at a time.
if I have to paint a wall, it's totally useless to me.
I would like all of the walls to already be gray.
Shiplap gray.
Mystics Row.
All right.
So,
So you go to Mystics
a
Row.
little HGTV.
This is also sort of covered in large dead barnacles, but these are open for business in terms of shops. So what is it specifically in terms of magic item?
We are now on the
type things
complete
that you're
opposite side of the
looking for?
shell.
Do we
Thanks.
all? Are we all going to Mystics Row or just him?
If you want to go.
I don't think I'm going to go with him to Mystics Row.
I'm going
Okay.
to wander around
I'll tell you later where I'm going.
the stuff that
but-
we are told not to go to. I'm just going to try and look at them and be like,
Oh,
oh,
that's
wow,
where you're
cool.
going. Yeah, that's where I'm going too. Do you want to go together?
Sure.
Yay!
Where are you going?
We're looking at like the Shell King's quarters and the Temple of
We
the
are trying
Tail.
to get to any place that we're not allowed to be in.
Okay.
I mean, we're just looking.
Shell King's quarters is basically a coral castle that's built up there. It looks pretty impressive. It has a big wall around
Box
the
art of the Little
outside.
Mermaid.
The Temple of the Tail, the part that's labeled that, is just a bare piece of shell, but you see some turtles who are sort of, or turtle-born, who are sitting there sort of meditating. Just
Wait, we're not
quietly.
banned from the Temple of the thing?
You just have to be quiet.
Yeah, they didn't say that you couldn't enter the Temple of the Tail. They just said the Shell King's quarters, the general office, the courtyard of Elysium. I think that was pretty much it. And not to mess with the people in the boneyard.
He said
in
they were
Mystics-
meditating, so I was meditating.
In Mystics Row, there are a variety of different places. You can hear some people, the Turtleborn, sort of saying that they have scrolls or potions and sort of normal things like that. Is that the sort of thing you're looking for, or are you looking for anything in particular?
I would like to find someone who can help me build a homunculus.
Okay.
Durn does not like homunculi.
Roll a d20 and add investigation, I guess.
Durn's singing tavern songs.
Yeah, but Durn's not here right
That's
now.
an
Right.
18 plus 6.
Okay.
24.
So you just start asking around at some of the different places, and one of the Turtleborn who has a bunch of potions and things says, "You're not gonna find a homunculus in Mystic's Row, but in the Landwalker's Bazaar, there was a traveling vendor who came here for some odd accoutrements, and I believe he may be able to help you."
Thank you. And I run.
His name? Oh, never mind.
Oh, wait, no, what was his name?
Whose name?
The guy, homunculus, no.
Oh, Kevin.
Kevin, all right, thank you.
Hey, we hope you've enjoyed our date night together. You can really help us out on social media. No matter which platform you listen to us, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. Thanks for listening. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks.